I heard my girlfriend say, he is going to ask me to marry him tonight. Just watch me turn him down and make him weep. I still brought her up to the roof deck. I got down on one knee. But then I pulled out the printed text messages she had sent to her gym partner. I said in a loud voice, as a matter of fact, I am not proposing. I am here to say goodbye in front of all these people you were trying to show off for. The entire place went quiet, and then they started clapping. Hey everyone watching. Just a quick thank you. Over 14% of you are already subscribed, and it really means a lot to me. If you are new here and you like these stories, come join the family by hitting that subscribe button. We are on our way to 10,000 subscribers. This all went down last Friday night, and I am still trying to wrap my head around it. I never thought I would be the guy posting one of these kinds of stories, but here I am. My girlfriend, Jessica, and I have been together for 1 year and 8 months. I am 29 years old, and she is 26. Everything seemed to be going really great, and I was starting to get serious about where we were headed. I had started looking at engagement rings and was thinking about popping the question on our 2-year anniversary. But life has a funny way of messing up your plans. On Thursday afternoon, I swung by Jessica's apartment to drop off some food I had bought for her. I have a key, so I just let myself in. She was not in the living room, but I could hear her chatting on the telephone in the bedroom. The door was wide open, and she was speaking pretty loudly. I am telling you, Sarah, he is definitely going to propose soon. He has been acting all strange and keeping secrets. I froze in the hallway. She was talking about me. Girl, you should see how nervous he gets when commercials for jewelry come on the television. It is so obvious. I should have announced that I was there, but my curiosity got the best of me. The thing is, I do not even know if I want to marry him. Like, he is sweet and everything, but I do not know if he is husband material, you know. My stomach hit the floor. Plus, I have been talking to Ryan from the gym, and he is just so much more exciting. Like, he has ambition and goals. Ryan is her personal trainer. She had been spending a whole lot more time at the gym recently. Sarah, what if David actually proposes? Like, gets down on one knee with a ring and the whole 9 yards. Girl, you better not say yes if you are not feeling it. Oh, I am definitely saying no. I am just wondering if I should do it in private or make it more dramatic. What do you mean? Like, what if he proposes somewhere out in public? That would be so awkward for him. Jessica, that is kind of mean. I know, but maybe he needs a reality check. He just assumes I am going to say yes to everything. So, you would really say no in front of people? Sarah, I am telling you it would be perfect. Watch me say no and make him cry in front of everyone. Maybe then he will understand he cannot just coast through relationships. They both started laughing. I quietly left the groceries on the counter and walked back to my car. I sat there for 20 minutes trying to process what I had just heard. My girlfriend of almost 2 years was planning to embarrass me if I asked her to marry me. She was talking to another guy, and she thought making me cry in public would teach me a lesson. That night, Jessica acted totally normal. She was cuddly and sweet, just like always. She kept talking about how much she loved spending time with me. David, you are just the best boyfriend ever. I feel so lucky to have you. The whole time she was saying that, the only thing running through my mind was the sound of her laughing about how she was going to make me weep. On Friday morning, while Jessica was taking a shower, her telephone vibrated on the bedside table. The screen turned on and showed a text message from Ryan. It said, "I cannot wait to see you tonight. This is going to be a blast." She had left her phone unlocked. I did not even really think about it, I just picked it up and started scrolling through their text history. Ryan wrote, "So, tonight is the night your boy makes his move." Jessica replied, "That is the plan." Sarah's cousin got us onto the list for that new rooftop spot. It is the perfect setting for maximum embarrassment. Ryan said, "You are evil." I love it. He needs to learn that just because you have been together does not mean you owe him a yes. Then he added, "I cannot wait to comfort you after it is done." Jessica replied, "Huh. I am sure you will." I took pictures of the screen and sent them to my own number, and then I deleted the evidence from her phone. There were other texts going back for weeks. There was nothing that proved they were physically sleeping together, but it was definitely emotional cheating. They had plans to meet up, plans to work out together, just the two of them, and late-night talks about their deep connection. Later that afternoon, Jessica called me while I was at work. She sounded super excited. "David, guess what? Sarah's cousin works at that new rooftop bar downtown, the one with the amazing views of the city. She said she can get us in tonight. I know it is last minute, but I really want to go. All of my friends are going to be there." This was it. She was setting up the perfect public stage to embarrass me. "Sure, babe," I said. "That sounds like fun." She asked, "Really? You are not too tired?" I said, "Not at all. Let us do it." She squealed, "Yay. This is going to be such a fun night." I spent the rest of the workday figuring out how to handle the situation. I could have confronted her in private, but she would just deny it all or make up excuses. I could have just not shown up, but that would only delay what was coming. Or, I could give her exactly what she was planning to give me. That evening, I picked Jessica up at 7 o'clock. She looked incredible, which made this whole mess feel even more complicated. "David, you look nice," she said. "Are you ready for a great night?" I said, "Absolutely." The bar on the roof was busy, but not totally packed. It had a good crowd, a nice vibe, and incredible views of the city skyline. Jessica immediately started waving at folks she knew. "There is Sarah and Emily," she said. "Oh, and some people from my gym." Ryan was there. He was a big guy with tattoos on his arms, wearing a tight shirt. He gave Jessica a nod when we walked in, and then he looked at me with a look that I can only describe as amused. We got some drinks and mixed with the crowd. Jessica introduced me to everyone like we were just buddies instead of a couple who had been together for almost 2 years. "This is David," she would say. "He is great. Not my boyfriend David. Not David, who I am crazy about. Just David, who is great." Around 10 o'clock in the evening, Jessica started getting restless. She kept looking around at her friends and checking her telephone. "David, is this place not amazing?" she asked. "It is so romantic with all these lights and the view." She continued, "It really is beautiful. It feels like the perfect place for something special to happen." She was practically glowing with excitement, waiting for me to set up my own public embarrassment. "You know what, Jessica?" I said. "You are right. This is the perfect place for something special." Her eyes lit up. "Really?" she asked. I said, "Really? Actually, I was hoping to do something here tonight." She gasped, "Oh my God, really?" I looked around at her friends who were starting to notice what we were saying. Sarah was already pulling out her phone, probably expecting to record me getting rejected. "Could you get the attention of everyone?" I asked. "I want to say something." "Yes." She cried. "Sarah! Emily! Everyone come over here." She was basically bouncing up and down as her friends gathered around. About 15 people formed a loose circle around us. Ryan pushed his way closer to the front. He was clearly enjoying the show. I waited until I had the attention of every single person there. Then, I got down on one knee. Jessica covered her mouth with her hand, acting like she was totally surprised. Her friends started getting excited because they thought they were about to watch a proposal. "Jessica," I said loudly enough for everyone to hear. "Yes, David?" Instead of reaching into my pocket for a ring box, I pulled out my smartphone. "I am not here to ask you to marry me." The excitement on her face turned into confusion. "I am here to say goodbye in front of all the people you wanted to impress." "What are you talking about?" she asked. I stood back up and held my phone out so people could see the screen. "Yesterday, I heard you telling Sarah that you were planning to reject my proposal and make me cry in front of everyone." The whole crowd went silent. A few people looked very uncomfortable. "David, what are you doing?" she stammered. "I am giving you the public scene you asked for, just not the one you expected." I started reading from the screenshots I had taken. "I cannot wait to see you tonight. This is going to be fun." People in the crowd started looking back and forth between Jessica and Ryan. Perfect setting for maximum embarrassment. Sarah looked horrified. "Jessica, is this real?" I kept reading. "You are evil." "I love it." The crowd was getting restless. Some people started whispering to each other. "David, stop this," Jessica said quietly. "You wanted everyone to watch you humiliate me for thinking you actually wanted to marry me. Instead, they get to see who you really are." "David, please, let us talk about this in private." "Why?" I asked. "You did not want privacy when you were planning to embarrass me in public." "That is not what I meant," she said. I read another text. "He needs to learn that just because we have been together does not mean I owe him a yes." A few people in the crowd made sounds of disapproval. "Jessica," Sarah said, looking shocked. "You really said all of that?" "It is taken out of context." Jessica cried. "What context makes planning to humiliate your boyfriend sound good?" Emily asked. Ryan tried to back away from the group, but several people had turned to look right at him. "And Ryan here was looking forward to comforting you afterward," I added. "That is not what that meant," Jessica protested. "David," one of the older guys in the crowd spoke up. "Good for you, man. Nobody deserves to be treated like that." A few other people nodded their heads in agreement. "Jessica, we are done," I said. "You wanted to publicly reject me. Consider this my public rejection of you." "David, I was not really going to do it. I was just venting to Sarah." "You coordinated tonight specifically so you could embarrass me," I told her. "You brought Ryan here to watch. You planned this entire thing." "That is not true," she lied. "The texts are right here," I said. "Everyone can see them." Sarah stepped forward, looking ashamed. "Jessica, I told you this was a bad idea. I did not think you would actually go through with it." "Sarah, do not," Jessica pleaded. "No," Sarah said. "This is really messed up. David has been nothing but good to you." Several people in the crowd were nodding. A few started clapping slowly. Ryan finally spoke up. "Yo, this is getting too intense for me. I am out." "Ryan, wait." Jessica called out, but he was already walking away. He was clearly not interested in being part of the drama once it became public. Jessica looked around at everyone watching her and started crying. "David, please. I made a mistake. I love you." "You love me?" I asked. "Is that why you were planning to humiliate me for entertainment?" I was just confused. "You were not confused, Jessica. You were cruel, and you got caught." I looked around at the crowd one more time. "Thanks for your attention, everyone. Have a good night." More people started clapping. It was not everyone, but it was enough to make the point. I walked toward the exit. Jessica followed me, crying. "David, Wait. Do not leave like this. How should I leave? I asked. After you publicly reject my proposal like you planned? I would not have done it. I changed my mind, she claimed. The only thing you changed your mind about was whether you could get away with it. I got in the elevator. Jessica tried to get in the elevator after me, but I put my hand up. Do not, I said. We are finished. David, please. She cried. Then the metal doors slid shut. I drove back to my place and tried to wrap my head around everything that had just gone down. My telephone started vibrating with text messages from folks who had been at the bar. Man, that was crazy. She totally deserved that. You handled the situation perfectly. Are you doing all right? On Saturday morning, I woke up to a bunch of missed calls from Jessica and about 50 text messages. David, I am so sorry. I was being an idiot. Please just speak to me. We can fix this. I will never talk to Ryan again. I will join a different gym. David, please do not throw away our relationship over one mistake. I did not answer a single one of them. Around 12 o'clock, Sarah called me. David, I owe you an apology, she said. You do not owe me anything, Sarah, I told her. Yes, I do. I should have warned you about what she was up to instead of just going along with the plan. You are not responsible for the choices she made. She paused. I feel awful. She has been crying since last night, but honestly, what she was planning to do was really mean. How is she holding up? I asked. Not great. She keeps saying you destroyed her reputation. I did not destroy anything, I said. I just showed people exactly what she was intending to do. David, can I ask you a question? Were you really thinking about asking her to marry you? I was starting to think about it, yes. Well, it is a good thing you found out who she really is first. She really messed up. You seem like a good man. Thanks, Sarah. That means a lot to me. On Sunday, I went back to the store where I had been looking at a ring. I had not bought it yet, which is a good thing since I will not be needing it anymore. On Monday, I received a text from Ryan. Hey man, no hard feelings about Friday night. Your girl was too much drama anyway. I wrote back, she is not my girl anymore. And yeah, she is drama. We are not together either, he replied. If it makes you feel any better, she is too complicated for me. So, Jessica lost both of us in the span of one weekend. It has been 2 weeks now, and I am doing fine. Actually, I am doing really well. The whole experience taught me a valuable lesson. Sometimes, the best way to handle a person who is planning to hurt you is to expose their plan before they can go through with it. Jessica wanted to make a public show out of rejecting me. Instead, she made a public show out of herself by getting caught planning something so cruel. She set up the perfect stage to humiliate me. I simply used it to humiliate her instead. A few people from that night have reached out to check in on me. It turns out that most folks do not like watching someone plan to hurt their partner just for entertainment. Jessica has been trying to get a hold of me through mutual friends, but I am not interested. A person who would plan that level of public embarrassment is not someone I want in my life. She wanted to teach me a lesson about not taking her for granted. Instead, she taught me a lesson about seeing when someone does not deserve the respect I was giving them. Sometimes, the best revenge is just giving people the exact public exposure they were planning for you.